Hello everybody, welcome back to the Wheels on Wheels YouTube channel, and this is our £380 Ford Transit Connect that has been converted into a van camper. Recently we made a video of our trip to the Yorkshire Dales in this very van, and you guys and gals had some really good suggestions on how we can improve our van. So today I'm going to be going through your comments and making some of those improvements. So let's get started with the most mentioned suggestion. So by far and away the most mentioned suggestion is to do with this. There, fixed it. But in all seriousness, thank you guys for letting me know about not storing the gas bottle on its side. I honestly didn't know that. In my defense, it doesn't actually say anything about it on the bottle, but that's probably because this predates World War II looking at it. So I'm just going to not use this anymore, and I'm just going to invest in a portable camping stove. So away that goes. Right, on to the next improvement. So on to the first actual improvement, and I'm going to start with the small stuff first, and I'm going to work up to the bigger stuff. I've got some really exciting stuff to show you in a bit. But to start with, we're going to look at these child-proof catches. Now these are for kitchen cabinets and things like that to stop kids getting into places that they shouldn't. But somebody in the comments suggested using these to stop these drawers from flying open whenever we go around sharp corners, which I think is a genius idea, to be honest, because these are really cheap and you get 10 in a pack for next to nothing. So I'm going to fit them and see if they do the job. So there is no sort of template on where to actually fit these. I guess you've just got to sort of eyeball it and hope for the best, really. So about there looks about right. So I'm just going to make a quick mark. It does come with screws, which is quite impressive. So I'm just going to take the drawer out because it'll make putting the catch on a lot easier. Just screw it in. That's one screw. Okay, looking good so far. Okay, so next just got to fit this part of the catch, and I've made a little mark up here where it needs to go. So obviously this is adjustable. You could have this wherever you wanted. So if you had it sort of on the edge, the drawer would come quite far out before it stops, or you can push it all the way in and it barely opens at all. So I'm kind of going in the middle roughly, just so it gives you some space to put your fingers in and push the catch down. Okay, so that's that done. And if we just go ahead and put the drawer in, there we go. So now if the drawer ever flies open, it can only go that far. Push the catch down to get it open. That is genius. I absolutely love that idea. That's a real big improvement, and that will be really good for our next trip. The only problem that I'm just now realizing is I can't do that on the bottom one because there's nowhere to put the catch at the top. So I'm going to have to put the catch at the bottom. So I'll just put it on the edge here. Really not ideal, but oh well, needs must. Okay, so putting it at the bottom isn't going to work either because, as you can see there isn't enough space to actually put this catch high enough. So this sticks far too low, as you can see. So I'm going to have to put it on the side, which is a little bit annoying, but it should do the trick. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's the inner part screwed in. Let's give it a try. So you just push the catch in, and there you go. That's as far out as it can come without pushing the catch. Absolutely fantastic. So let me know what you think to this, guys. It only cost me less than £5 for this little improvement. I think it is absolutely genius. So a round of applause for the person who suggested this. It's brilliant. So now on to improvement number 2, and this one's exciting. So the second improvement I'm going to show you today has probably been mentioned the most next to the gas bottle, and that's a folding shelf. So I'm thinking of fitting a folding shelf on this door here and also one on the end of the Kallax unit, so that gives us some outdoor space to cook and work on things, and we also have more space on the Kallax for indoors as well. And I think that's a really good suggestion, so thank you guys for your comments suggesting that. So to achieve this, I'm going to be using these folding brackets here that I got on eBay. I got a set of 4 10-inch ones for around £15, and I think they're really cool, to be honest. So obviously you just lift it up and your shelf locks into place, and you push the latch there and it folds back down. So it's very simple, but genius, to be honest. So let's get making the folding shelf. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually screw the brackets into the door, and then I'm going to measure and cut the worktop. So you probably can't see this right now on camera, but there is a laser level setup, so I'm ensuring that obviously I'm putting the brackets on straight. So I'm probably not going to use these screws that the brackets actually came with, and I think I'm going to use instead these self-drilling screws right here, because obviously I'm screwing into metal, so this should drill and screw at the same time. What's good about these as well is they're very small, so I know that I'm not drilling too deep. So that's the whole pre-drilled and pre-sort of threaded. Look at that! How good is that? Fantastic. Okay, so we'll just do the same on this side. It's the hole drilled. Get our bracket. Okay, now we just screw it in, pretty much. Oh, look at that. This is going to be so good. Okay, so I've put the laser level on vertical now so that I can line the brackets up straight. It's very weird looking at it because it doesn't look straight, but that's because the door isn't straight. So I'm going to follow the laser. And again, I've got the vertical laser so I can check it straight and just screw it in. Amazing. So those are the brackets all fitted up. They look amazing. I had to adjust this one and move it over a little bit because it was too close to the door seal here. So yeah, that should be really good. So I'm just going to measure now and we'll start cutting the worktop. So I don't really want there to be too much of overhang on the shelf. So I'm just going to make the actual shelf worktop the same size as the brackets because I've already spaced the brackets out pretty much as far as they can go. I'm going to make it about 10 inches deep, about 23 inches wide. Okay, so it's time to make the worktop for the folding shelf. Once again, I'm going to be using this same timber board that we used for the top of the Kallax unit. So quite miraculously, that's basically 23 inches wide already. So that's really, really useful. I just draw a line at 10 inches. Once again, I'm not a master carpenter, as you can tell. Okay, time to start cutting. Oh no! Oh no! It's just split in half. Oh, that was a waste. Let's cut another piece, I suppose. No dropping it this time. Okay, so that should be our worktop. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh no! Look at that. It's just split again. This is an absolute disaster. Right, we've only got one piece left now. That's not ideal. I guess try it again a third time lucky. Have we been third time lucky? It's better, but not perfect. There's still sort of a split down the middle. Don't know if you can see that, but if you have it up this way, it should be all right, and I can put some brackets underneath to sort of give it some support. Excuse the mess here in the garage. Right, so I'm just going to use this metal plate as like a support brace for the underneath of the worktop, because as you saw, the timber board was sort of falling through and splitting in half. So I'm just going to drill little holes in this, going to use it as like a support brace. Okay, so that's our metal plate with 6 holes in it. So let's go put it on the worktop. Okay, so there's that as sort of like a support brace. That should hopefully stop it from splitting. I think the reason this one was splitting is because this one was the one that was a bit warped. That's why I didn't use it on top of the Kallax. But yeah, that should hopefully help. Okay, so the next thing to do is sand it, make the edges nice and rounded and make it nice and smooth. Okay, that is looking really, really good. Nice rounded edges, everything like that. Excellent. And lastly, I'm going to stain it using Ronseal walnut coloured stain, just like the top of the Kallax unit as before. Pop this open. Right, give it a stir with this, I guess. Time to stain. I need to make sure I don't get this on my clothes because I am very clumsy and very liable to do that. You know how I said about not getting the stain on my clothes? Well, unfortunately I've done exactly that. Oh well, I guess I'll still wear them. And there you have it. That looks bloody brilliant, if I do say so myself. So let's put it on the bracket and see how it looks. Well, hey, look at that. That's looking really good. Just going to screw it in and hopefully it all works. That is absolutely excellent. Does it shut? Yes, it does. Wow, look at that. That is so handy. And there you have it, guys. What do you think to this? That is absolutely fantastic, if I do say so myself. It goes up and down perfectly. And most importantly, if I shut the door, there is hardly a millimetre to spare between the door and the Kallax, which is probably luck more than anything. But you know what? Let's say it's skill. Maybe I am a master carpenter after all. I think this will be so handy on our next trip. Okay, so next it's time to fit a shelf on the end of the Kallax unit. Now, unfortunately, there's not really much room here, so I'm going to have to make the shelf longer than it is wide, which is fine. It could be reasonably wide if it weren't for this big lump here, but I can't get rid of that. That's part of the van. So I am just going to make it longer than it is wide, and thankfully the bits that broke off earlier in half, as you would have seen, are pretty much a good size for it. So it'll look something like that. Okay, so I've got my laser level set up. So I'll draw a couple of marks. Okay, that's one. Okay, so there's the brackets on. It's looking pretty good. And the shelf itself will look something like that. I think that'll work, at least to put the iPad on or something for entertainment at the very least. Obviously, we're not going to really fit much of a hob on here unless it's just a single burner, but maybe. So I'm going to go prepare this just like I did the last one, and I'll put it on. And there you have it. So here is the final product. It's quite nice. Lift it up, get a useful little table. How good is that? So that'll be great for the iPad, or even, yeah, like maybe a single hob or something like that. I think that works really, really well. And once again, moving around the back, if we open this, got a much bigger table here. And this is probably where we'll end up cooking a lot of the meals. And another thing I've just realised you could do with this is open the door all the way back, and then you've got a table all the way out here. How cool is that? So what do you guys think to these folding shelves then? I think they're absolutely fantastic, if I do say so myself. I think they're going to be absolutely invaluable next time we go away camping, for cooking and preparing food and things like that. And importantly, it only cost us £15 for all 4 brackets, and the timber board was just left over from a previous project, so that didn't really cost us anything. And again, so was the wood stain, it was left over from another project. So it really has been a proper budget improvement. And that's the whole point of this project, to be honest, is to do van camping for as cheap as possible. So I'm going to say they are a major success. I want to say a big thank you to the people that suggested these down in the comment section, because they are a brilliant idea, frankly. Right, on to the next improvement. And here it is, the next improvement. It's a roof box. So some of you have been suggesting I should get a roof box for extra storage, and I thought that was actually a really good idea. Some of you have mentioned that I could get one in blue, but of course the point of this project is to do it as cheap as possible. So I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found this one for £30. So let's just put it on, I suppose. I don't know how I'm going to get it up there. So I've never owned a roof box before. I don't really know how they work, but I'm guessing these loops just go around the roof bars and that's it, I guess. It doesn't fit. Oh, that's so disappointing. Well, we can pretend at least that's what it would look like. I didn't really check this out beforehand, but the problem I've got is I don't think these roof bars are adjustable. They don't move forward and back, and the holes on the roof box are here. They're way back, and we've got the same at the back here. The holes are over here, and the bars are here. So it might be I need a specific type of roof box. But it's not wasted. I can still use this on my car. It's not the end of the world. What a shame. Well, you can't win them all, I suppose. In theory, it was a really good idea, so thank you to the people who suggested it. But in practice, obviously, if you don't measure things like me, it just causes things like that to happen where it doesn't fit. But oh well. The other two suggestions have worked out really brilliantly, so thank you to all the people that have been commenting their suggestions. Please keep them coming. Any other suggestions you guys have got to improve this van, please let me know. And for any suggestions that I think are cost effective enough, I will do them. So thank you guys so much once again for watching, for all the support on this project. It really means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. If you're enjoying this series, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.